Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. It is 9:01 and a half. This is the first alert weather show at 9. I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm watching your comments on the Facebook page, so if you have questions or comments about the weather, you can ask those here, and I'll be happy to answer them during the show. And remember, we stream every night at 9 o'clock or thereabouts to give you a weather update there before you head off to bed or other activities. We have more of the same. I have said that, I think, every night this week, but there are some big changes coming our way by Sunday and early next week. The 90s will hang around at least one more day. We may see an additional air quality alert for tomorrow too. That's kind of the question. The conditions will be nearly identical, so it would surprise me if we did not. But for now, these air quality alerts should clear here at midnight. And we did reach, at least for a couple of hours this afternoon, an unhealthy level for sensitive groups of ozone out there. It's kind of been marginal. So whether or not we have a full-blown air quality alert Friday is still up for debate, but we will, of course, pass that along as soon as we know if it's official or not. Burn bans continue for the very dry conditions out there, and we're expecting some clouds to roll through on Friday, maybe even a few scattered showers during the day, and a little better chance of them than on Saturday. But I think the rubber really hits the road early next week, beginning late Sunday and continuing Monday and Tuesday, where we have a 40% chance of rain each day. Some of the models even advertising over an inch of rain or even 2 inches during that period of time. So that would be not a drought buster, but definitely a drought easer out there. Our dew point's coming up just a little bit, but still in that comfortable range below 60 degrees, which means we will likely drop to about 60 or the upper 50s overnight. Our temperatures will eventually fall back to earth there and get closer to where they should be for fall, but we have to get to fall first, and that starts on Monday. The GFS now coming up with about 1.5 inches of rain next week. That would be from Sunday through Thursday. The European model, we're really going bananas here, maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain. Now, as we say every time, our disclaimer here, especially with the long-term guidance or the numbers that we show, this is just an idea. So what we can glean from this, at least tonight, is that we have a pretty good chance of seeing some rain, and significant rain, meaning 1 inch or more of it next week. So we will hope that the models are onto something here. Temperatures, because of the dry air, have been in a pretty wide range, and so at night we actually cool down, and it's very pleasant out there despite those 90s during the day. We're already at 72, and we'll likely get into the 60s here before midnight tonight. So we hit 91 today. That's 10 degrees warmer than normal, and we were right at the normal low this morning, right around 59, 58 degrees. That makes it now 6 in a row, or 7 in a row for 90-degree days. We will add number 8 and 9 tomorrow and Saturday. I think Sunday we finally will break that trend, as we will have more cloud cover out there and some rain too. For the month, we're minus 1.06, that should say. And of course, our average temperature there is cooler than normal. The trend has been down. For Friday, temperatures back to near 90 degrees. And across the midsection here of the country, we have quite a bit of rain falling, but it's been held back, or basically just held in place, by the high pressure that's been blocking out anything from getting in here. In the tropics, Gabrielle continues to churn through the Atlantic, but away from land. That's Bermuda, now expected to strengthen to Category 2 intensity before moving on out to sea there into the North Atlantic. Our thunderstorm chances are nil basically today and tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night a few scattered ones, and then Saturday some scattered thunderstorms. But the general idea here is we won't really see meaningful rainfall or significant thunderstorms until Sunday, Monday, and the first half of next week. Same mechanism here. It'll be a cold front coming in and possibly cut off low up there that'll just keep spinning and sending waves of energy our way, which will help kind of perpetuate the rain chances into next week. And that would be ideal. If we get just, a little rain each day, it adds up, and that would be actually the preferred way to kind of ease the drought. Rather than get 3 inches of rain in a day, you'd have it spread out so it has time to soak in instead of run off. But both the GFS and the European are showing rainfall and kind of a similar scenario with several waves of it moving in from the plains here. You see the same idea there on the European as well. And I let that roll by pretty quick, but you get the idea here. It will likely rain next week. 61 tonight with clear skies, and then the high tomorrow will get all the way up to 92. And for the 7-day forecast, we have a daily rain chance. Haven't said that much this entire year. And then we look ahead to warmer than normal temps through the end of the month and wetter than normal too. And we have a repeat customer back here, Peanut. We still haven't had any pictures submitted, new ones, on 14news.com. So you need to get over there so we can feature these cats and dogs and snakes and ferrets and everything else that we've had on here. All right, let me see your questions here. Ricky Brown saying good evening. Cheyenne Hammonds, good evening. Zach Seats, are widespread extreme thunderstorms expected next week for Evansville? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, we could see 1 or 2 severe kind of in there, but this isn't the atmospheric setup where you'd have like a squall line or tornadoes or anything, just thunderstorms. William Raleigh noticed the Ohio River was blue from our camera today. Yeah, it looked a little blue. If you go right down close to it, it's kind of a brownish color. It's very stagnant right now because the river level is low, not moving fast, and so the water's getting a little, you know, nasty, brackish. Jeff Miller's ready for fall, so Cheyenne Hammonds, and that doesn't surprise me that folks want to go ahead and kind of get this summer behind us here. Let's see. Cheyenne wants the rain too. All right, so we have consensus. Everybody's ready to flip the channel here and get some different weather. Well, let's flip the channel and talk Science Corner here for a minute. As I mentioned last night, one of the ingredients for the air quality being poor, the high ozone levels, and just the general dismay and discomfort from the heat is that we've been at 90 degrees or greater, which typically we've kind of wrapped up by this time of September. Now last year we had to sweat it out to the 21st. We also got to 96 a couple years prior on the in 2022 on the 21st. So it's not out of the realm that we can have late 90s, but the average, if you went back to 1900 and average it all out, is typically around the 16th of September. So yeah, we're getting into extra innings there. Monday we have the autumnal equinox coming up, the first day of fall. And this is a step in getting us some cooler weather. And the reason it gets cooler as we hit, you know, the first day of fall and head toward winter is our days are getting shorter. And days get shorter because our orientation to the sun's right over the equator here, that red line, that's 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of night. But as we get farther away here, or actually closer in real life, but the sun appears to fall lower and lower and is eventually over the Tropic of Capricorn to the south. And at that point, the sun has a very small arc to get from the east, you know, the east horizon to the west. And so short day, lower sun angle, we get less energy from the sun. And that's why the temperatures cool down. It has all to do with the sun angle. And the lower that angle is, then the less energy that we get. In the wintertime, we are actually closer to the sun than we are in the summer by, you know, a few 100,000 miles, but the angle is what makes a difference. So when it's low and it doesn't last very long, it's not going to heat us up. In the summer, directly overhead, glaring down, we get full effect from the heat and the energy from the sun. In case you're marking your calendar, fall will begin at 1:19 on Monday when the sun is directly over the equator. And we'll talk more about that next week, of course, here on the streaming show at 9 o'clock. In the meantime, I appreciate you watching. I'll see you on 14 News at 10. Stay safe. Have a good night.